Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Chair with James. We are going to break down the Week 11 matchup, the Raiders and the Chiefs from Las Vegas. This one is huge. I mean, you can't get any bigger than this with a lot at stake. With the Raiders in the playoff spot, Kansas City leading the division. This has got to be the biggest game of the year to date. We remember last time these two teams faced, the Raiders won, held on in Kansas City, shocked probably the world, and now the Chiefs at 8-1, the one loss against the Raiders, and the Raiders at 6-3. Um, just this is it. This is big. Being at home on Sunday night, wish Raider Nation would have been there with all the fans, but obviously this COVID thing just still happening and it's not going away, so there's no fans. But we can only hope that it goes away. Anyway, uh, this is definitely a tall task, and again, it might come down to a field goal, a stop for the Raiders to win. You just don't want the Chiefs to go out and have a scoring barrage, as they've scored 23 or more points in 23 consecutive games. That's a record, of course. Um, you don't. You wish you can hold them, under 30, but it always seems impossible with all the weapons they have, and they're motivated, especially. They heard about John Gruden having the bus drivers circle Arrowhead Stadium after the win, a boss move on John Gruden's part. But there was a lot of Chiefs that didn't like it. But that's just part of the rivalry. And you might see some skirmishes, you might see something, but hopefully the Raiders players are dumb enough to get thrown out. But to get the Chiefs reacting, I think that'd be a good thing. To compare both quarterbacks in this game, Pat Mahomes coming off the bye. Uh, the amazing part about this, Pat Mahomes throws 41% of his passes he's completed, I should say. 14 yards per attempt, 7 touchdowns and 1 pick. Has a 117 passer rating. Derek Carr, 44% completion rate, 19 yards per attempt, which is amazing when you think about it, to average that. 5 touchdowns and no picks, and 130 passing rating. And these are all on deep passes. And you wonder and you hope that the Raiders with deep passes gets Henry Riggs involved here in this game. Deep patterns. Gotta get him going. Gotta get Waller going. And on the ground for Jacobs. The amazing stat I saw is that he has more touchdowns rushing than the Chiefs do. 8 against 7. As a team, the Chiefs has 7. Jacobs himself has 8. Uh, we all know Andy Reid is a legend off of a bye. He's 18-3. That's the best among the head coaches nowadays. Pat Mahomes has 25 passing touchdowns and 1 pick this season. That's the best ratio between touchdown and interceptions in a single season history to date. Gotta stop that somehow. Gotta pressure him like they did in the win before in Arrowhead. The amazing thing, the Raiders have won 3 straight games for the second time since John Gruden became head coach in 2018. It seems like something's changing from the years past from with this season. There's a mentality, even with all the COVID stuff going on, and it always seems like the Raiders are are the head story when it comes to how many people have tested positive. it's a it's a terrible thing to be dealing with. You know, you got 10 players out of practices during the week. They can't come to the facility because um, they've tested negative, but you hope, or they've tested positive somehow, but you hope it's a, it's a positive negative. Um, so think about it. 10 guys that are not there to practice with the team against the Chiefs, the world champions. That's crazy, but that's reality right now. Um, Also, the Raiders. It looks like Maurice Hurst, even though he got hurt last week, it looks like he wants to play and he'll be questionable, but I think he'll be in. There's also, I forget who it is. I think Colton Miller. He'll be ready to go. The Chiefs have a couple of offensive linemen that are banged up. One is out, and one is questionable. There's also a defensive player who will be out because of an ankle injury, but for the Chiefs not to have those two offensive linemen, if they're both out, would help the Raiders tremendously. If Cleon Jordan, Crosby, Hurst, if they could get some pressure up front, make Mahomes have a hard time making bad decisions, that would be awesome. But then the linebackers have to be the second line of defense against Mahomes. Kokoski and Corey Littleton. I know he just had a birthday and all that, but man, it just... I don't know if it's the right scheme. He's not used to it. I don't know what the hell's going on, but he hasn't fit well with the Raiders so far. And I really liked when he all the things he did for the Rams, but when he's playing linebacker, and when that's all he has to do, not be a force on special teams and all that, he's just not getting it. He's not getting it done for the Raiders, and it's unfortunate. But then the secondary has to show up. You know, John Abraham, Mullen, which had an odd injury last week, but I guess he's fine. Jeff Heath, who had a couple of picks last week, and he had a big pick against the Chiefs in Week 5, the big one to win the game. The Chiefs have not lost multiple division games in the season since Week 14. In Week 5, the Raiders beat them. So, with all that being said, all you can hope for is to get third down stops, get the offense off the field of Kansas City, get the Raider offense on the field and have long drives, control the clock, time management, control all that. And if you do, you have control of the game. Now, instead of field goals, you get touchdowns. Passing game, like I said, you gotta get Ruggs, over the middle. Hunter Renfro's been jackpot when he has his clutch slant catches on third down or for touchdowns. You gotta get Waller going, not just on these little five out routes or whatnot. You got to get him going on those slants over the middle or to the post, to the sideline. You got to get something downfield. I think that'd be awesome to see. And then with Jacobs, you got to get him running as he's been. But Devontae Booker for the Raiders, the backup, he's been awesome. And if that 1-2 punch duo that's going for the Raiders, I think you'll see a win. I think you'll see a sweep of the Chiefs, I hope. I know I haven't been able to say that in who knows how long, but it would be an amazing thing to see. The reality is you wonder how many players will be ready for this Sunday night football game. Now, if they're cleared for protocol, they'll be ready. If somehow, some way, this game is moved to Sunday afternoon, these players will not be eligible, the ones on the COVID list. And it's pretty much, like I said, it's 10 players from the defense. Imagine not having those guys, all those guys on defense. And with your injuries already there, just imagine not having all that. That would be devastating for sure. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how Saturday goes, and on Sunday, everybody hopefully is negative, and we'll see what happens. But as you see behind me, all you can hope for. It stops, like I said. Have long drives. Just win. Just win, baby. Just win. Any way you can. Try not to make mistakes. If you do, forget about them. Move on to the next plays, the next drives, the next quarter. And just win. That's all you can do. So, if the Raiders do win, I will be going crazy. I will be just... I don't even know. I don't even know what I'll do. I might break curfew here in California. Yeah, that happens. You like I said, you gotta hold them under 30. If you hold them to 20 plus, you might have a shot. But you gotta outscore them. You gotta outscore the Chiefs. So maybe in a thriller, like 33-30, the Raiders win on the Carlson field goal. We'll see what happens. But if you like what you heard and seen here, share with James. Please like, subscribe, follow, share. Big Raider fan, Raider Nation, of course. It was an honor meeting the majority of you at the convention in San Diego, as I'm in San Diego County. And big fan, been a big fan all my life, and this is probably the biggest game in the history of the first season of the Las Vegas Raiders, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, just I'll be sharing this, and hopefully we'll be talking week 12 about a Raider win against the Chiefs and the sweep of the Chiefs. So we'll see you next time on the chair. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Talk to you soon. Later.